So let me start my query 2. In my query 2, I have to find out my customers from Indiana and Michigan. So I need to go for a new query, query 2, to come up with the customers, the names of my customers from Indiana and Michigan. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So I'm going to create a new query, and this is called query 2, and I need the same table customer and no other table. So I'm going to use the last name, the first name, and then the state like we did before. Here in the constraints, before we had in the query 1 we had Indiana. So here we need to add Michigan. So to add Michigan, use the old set theory that you learned when you were in middle school. So the set theory says that you need to use an or here, not an and. So if you use an or, and then I put a Michigan here within quotes, MI. Now if I run it, I will see 17 customers. So I have 17 customers from Indiana and Michigan. So I can X out of it, and then I can save it as query 2, and I have query 2. My third query is there any customer outside of USA? Any customer outside of USA? Again, we are dealing only with customers. So what we need is only one table, and that is going to be the customer table. So I'm going to create a new query now. And the new query is to find out any customers outside United States. So let's start a new query, create a new query design. And I need only one table, which is customers, and I'm going to add that. And here I need the last name, the first name. Here I don't need the state, but I need the country, right? Because outside US, which is a country. In the criteria, I need to put not equal to USA. So how do you represent not equal to in Access? So for that, I want to do a couple of things here. I want to show you a few things here. So we have what is called logical operators. Okay, and in the logical operators, I'm going to show you the different logical operators. The first one is equal to. We all know that this is equal to. Not equal to is represented usually like this, which is basically the less than sign followed by the greater than sign. This is not equal to. Greater than, we know that. Greater than, equal to. Less than equal to. These are the other logical operators. So we need to know these things, and I'm going to use this not equal to here, this one here in my Access. Okay, so let's go back. So here I'm going to type not equal to. Again, USA is a text, so I'm going to type USA. And this USA is represented in the customers table as USA, not United States of America. So if you can see this, it's all USA here, and there is one UK here, and that's what we're trying to get. So I'm going to get rid of this. So when I run this now, when I go to design, and then I run it, and I'm going to see one person from UK. So Thomas Wilhelm from UK. So that's how we come up with the customers not in USA. Okay. So I'm going to exit out of this, and I'm going to save this as query 3. Now let's do query 4. Query 4 is which customers got paid by Visa or MasterCard? Which customers which customers paid by Visa or MasterCard. So to do that, how many tables do we need right now? So we need two tables. One is the customer, the other one is the order mode. The order mode gives you how the customers paid for, whether it is check or Visa or MasterCard. So we're going to use both these, customer as well as order mode. Okay. So let's create a new query. And the new query, I'm going to click on create, query design. And I'm going to bring the customer and the order mode, because those are the two tables. Once I bring this in, I also see that this customer and order mode are related to each other already. So they're already joined. So now it is no problems for me to go ahead with the query. So what do I need here? I need the customers who paid by Visa or MasterCard. So as usual, I need the last name, the first name, and then I need the order mode. In the order mode, under criteria, under the order mode, in criteria, I need to type Visa or MasterCard, which is written as MC in my order mode. So when once I type this Visa or MasterCard, then when I run it, I'm going to see there were two customers, or it's basically the same customer who basically came up with ordering once with Visa and another time with MC. Okay, I can add more things to this if I want to really check this out. I can bring one more thing, like for instance, I can bring the orders and then see whether it makes sense. So orders is also there. I can find the customer date, right? So I can bring the orders, and that is also joined already. So now I can bring the customer date. And now if I run this, it'll tell me the different dates that Sam Wagner has ordered. It's not once, but he has actually done it 5 times, or 6 times rather. He has done it 6 times. Okay, so let's go back. And then the original thing was we need to get rid of these orders because it was not there. Just wanted to show you, that's all. And then once you run it, you get the Sam Wagner twice. And then I'm going to get rid of it. The answer for this is there is 2 customers. So even though it's the same customer, but he has ordered twice, so that's why it is showing 2 records. So you can either write the answer as 2 records of the same customer, or you can say that it was bought once by Visa or once by MasterCard. Okay, and that is my let me answer my phone. So we have done 4 queries so far, and let's do the 5th query. The 5th query is, what is the revenue by product description? What is the revenue by product description? So in this case, we need to find the revenue, okay? And we need to show the revenue by product description. So there are a couple of things that we need to understand. First of all is we need to know in which table do we have product description, and in which table we need to know what is the price of the product and how much quantity we sold. Okay, so how much quantity we sold times the price of the product will give you the revenue. And we need to show the product description. So we need to see where these 2 things are, quantity and price, where these are, and we need to use those 2 tables. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to create a new query design. I know for sure the product description and the price of the product is in products table. So I'm going to add that. Okay. Now I need to know in which table do I have the quantity. One thing is the order details. If order details has got that, so I'm going to click on order details and add that as well. Okay, and order details has got product quantity, and the products has got product price and product description. Both of them are joined as one to many, so we are good. This is exactly what we need. So I'm going to bring the product quantity ordered and the product price and the product description. Those are the three things that I need. Okay. I am going to calculate the revenue right now. I'm going to multiply the quantity ordered times the product price. How do I do that? The first thing I need to do is I'm going to expand this simply because I'm going to type this whole thing here. I don't need to type it actually. I can click and use the clicking method on the web, on the browser that I have here. So basically what I need to do is to multiply quantity ordered times product price. So to do that, I'm going to use what is called an expression builder. The expression builder is given here. See this one here? This is the expression builder. So the expression builder here, this one here, the expression builder, if I click on that, I'm going to get this pop-up window. In this pop-up window, I need to bring the expression here, right here. To do that, I have all the things that are given to me here. So I'm going to open the database, and in that database, I'm going to open the table. And in that table, I'm going to open what are the two tables that I have? Order details and products. So I'm going to click on order details. Now I see quantity ordered. So I'm going to double click on that and it will come up. What has come up here is order details. In the order details table, you have the quantity ordered. So what it is giving you is, all I did was to double click on this quantity ordered and I get this. Okay, now I'm going to multiply that with, I'm going to click on products now and then double click on product price. This is exactly what I want. Quantity ordered from the table order details times product price from the table products. Okay, I click on this. Okay, so now I have this expression 1, and what I'm going to do is very simple. I'm going to highlight EXPR1, not the colon, but EXPR1. The colon should remain. I'm going to highlight EXPR1 here, and I'm going to type revenue. Okay, and that will show up as revenue. That's the only thing. Otherwise, it will show up as expression 1. So now if I run it, I'm getting the revenue. And I'm going to get the revenue of 72 products that have been sold. So now it tells me all the revenues of all the products that I have sold. Okay, and so this is the revenue by products. Now I'm going to do something here. I want to show actually, I want to show only by product description, like only one line. For instance, I don't want like no pattern 10 times here or 20 times here. I want to show it as only one time. That means I'm going to add up all these numbers of no pattern and show it as one, a summarized version. So to do that, I need to now save this query 5. I'm going to save this as query 5 intermediate. So this is an intermediate query that I'm creating. And after that, I'm going to use this query and then I'm going to show you. And I can do this in one shot also, but I'm going to show you the right way of doing it. Okay, I mean, we can do it, actually pull everything together and then do it in one shot, but that involves a little more complex things.